Another Friday night, and no one by my side. Oh, I'm just so tired of dating losers. You know what? Maybe I'll stumble into love again. Let's see what we have here. Oh no, not this guy. I'm sorry, buddy, but you're just too wild for me. Next. Oh my god, look at this guy. He's got some swagger on. But looks like someone my mother would make me date. So maybe not. Next. Nerd alert. Smart fellow. Tickles my sapiosexuality, I mean. Might date him on Metaverse. Next. Couldn't be. Cute. IQ's okay, but like he's cute, okay? Like, you know what? Life's too short, and I'm sure he's gonna be a great first date. So I'm gonna swipe right on him. Next. Okay. He looks good. Okay. I mean, he's got gold standard. His serotonin levels are pretty good. Good history of previous relationships. Okay. I think he deserves the right swipe too. So yeah, that was great. Oh, okay. They answered really fast. Bunch of keeners, I guess. So I'm gonna meet Javier in the afternoon and Indranil in the evening. Yeah? Great.
Hello, Ria?
Hi.
Yeah, Javier here. Just how are you? Nice to meet you. You're looking very well.
Thank you.
Once you have it, can we have a drink or perhaps something to eat?
Maybe later? Yeah?
Yeah, sounds good.
You know what? Can you send me your stumble details again? Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping we can like have a drink, maybe get the conversation going and meet each other a little bit.
You know what? Never mind.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you right away.
No, never mind, Javier. You seem like a nice guy, and it's just that you're a little too shy. You're a nice guy though, and the only problem is your IQ's not that great.
But if we can start conversation, that may
I
perhaps,
have other things to do. I have plans for tonight. I'll see you later.
Thank you.
Bye.
I am a bit shy, I have to say, but that's not too bad, right?
Yeah. Wow, you look ramshy today. I know. I apologize. I have work thing to attend to. Sorry for being late.
What do you work as?
We chatted about this. I'm wet.
Oh, yeah. You know, I love animals. I have a puppy too.
I love them too. This Friday, I'm attending to a few abandoned pets in my clinic. You should come.
That'll be wonderful. Drinks?
Yeah, for sure. Cheers.
This was a great time. I had such a fun night with you. But I gotta go now.
Wouldn't you want to come over for a couple of glasses of wine?
No. I mean, you're a great guy. I had such a fun time. But I'm into guys who are a little more physically, bulked up and have a little. Sorry, it is what it is.
Ridiculous. Women in 2040.
But this is interesting, right? Sure does look interesting. Man, I mean, dating is so hard these days. It's all about, nobody cares about the real me. It's all about being perfect and better. I know, but you gotta get somewhere. Yeah. Should we check this thing, this biohacking thing?
Yeah, I think we should go for it.
Yeah, let's go for it, huh? Huh. Hey, Tanya.
Hello.
I am Javier, and this is Saint Ranil. We're here to solve some dating issues.
Welcome to my class. Have a seat. How can I help you?
Well, my case is that I have been seeing these biohacker and CRISPR posters all over the place. I have to say I've been having a problem with my IQ for dating. So if I can just put it very high up there, 160, get me very smart, that would be great.
How about you?
I just want to improve my muscle entropy. Just make me like Arnold.
Well, both your issues can be solved. Okay, for you, Javier, we would need to go through a slightly complex procedure. We will modify 10,000 IQ genes using CRISPR methodology. We will first extract your bone marrow and your blood samples, identify the genes causing the IQ to be so low, and then put it back into your bloodstream.
Is that painful?
Painful? Wait, is that even legal?
It's legal, of course it's legal. I mean, so the procedure just goes on a little more. You will also be subjected to post-procedure do-it-yourself at-home treatments. We would be extracting plasma from your blood that you will inject into your temple every 2 days. Once a week, you need to go on a dopamine fast. Avoid eye contact of any sorts, no music, no junk, no food, and no self-pleasuring of any sorts. However, this will reduce your impulsive behavior. And remember, there are possible side effects that science has no answer to. But are you guys ready for this?
Doctor, let me stop you right there. I think this is absolutely unethical, and I probably don't want to be part of this.
Well, I get your concerns, but everyone's doing it these days. It's perfectly normal.
I think I'm going to go the natural route. Javier, best of luck if you want to stay.
Well then, good luck finding your love. I hope you find some. Well, I have a slot today, so are you interested?
I'm ready to go. Where's my sign?
Let's get on right away. I'm gonna put on a mask. I'm going to supply you with a bit of nitrous oxide. You're going to feel a bit dizzy, but you just need to stay calm, okay?
Okay.
Stay calm, Javier. feeling?
Oh, I feel smarter already.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good. That's very good. Well, I really hope you find your therapeutic efficiency. So go ahead and find some.
Thank you, doctor. You are the best.
Without stumbling in love at all. And it's been weeks, okay? Like, I tell you, it's been weeks. Can't believe guys these days. Ugh. You know what? Let's see what we have here today. Oh, okay. I know, I remember this guy. We really hit it off. And, yeah, I remember he was a bit too skinny, but I see improvements for sure. Looks like he's gained some muscle. Let's give him a second chance. Why not? Yeah? Next, is this the same guy? I mean, what happened? Look at him, he's got his shit together. You know what? He looks fine. Look at his metrics. I'm gonna give him a swipe right for sure.
Hey!
Yeah.
So, how you been?
I'm good. How are you?
Can't you see? Been banging those weights in the gym.
Yeah. You look great-ish.
Oh, Ria, right? Oh, sorry. I have to come a little bit. Are you guys in the middle of something?
No.
Oh, sorry.
It's done.
I just need to catch a plane now, and you know I need to catch a plane. I'm not traveling all over the place now, but if you want to get a drink in the way to the airport, maybe we can, have some wine or whatever, but I am really busy. But if you have a few minutes, come on.
Okay.
Hello. So this was a light take on dating in 2040. So how did you guys feel? Did you guys feel amused?
Yes.
Yeah.
Optimistic?
No.
Optimistic?
No.
No, I got rejected.
Weird? Weird?
Definitely. Yeah.
So all of us are flawed in some way or the other, right? And we were trying to imagine a future where our existence, with all our anomalies, quirks, personalities, and would we even be accepted in a future like this? Will dating become so transactional? Will our idea of an ideal partner be limited to near perfect individuals, or just the smartest ones, the muscular ones, the one with purple eyes? So the thing is, we're already living in this world. Tests for dozens and dozens of genetic conditions and complications are standard for pregnant women in most countries today. And we are pre-selecting humans based on their genetic conditions. So who's to say we won't be doing this with our dates in the future? What has been insane science fiction could now be a reality. Thank you. All right.
Hey, just one more.
Oh yeah. One more bow.
One more bow. One more bow.
Retweet.
Do that.
Questions, comments?
Tell us about the this cracked up signs in the hallway and the...
Yeah. So the crux of our story was, people, losing their individuality, in lieu of being perfect. And, when it comes to pluralism, there are going to be people who, maybe just don't believe in the idea of, biohacking to be their perfect selves, because there's so much lost over there. And second, maybe some people can't afford it. Accessibility to it. So, it's just some hate speech, hate against, the whole concept of biohacking. That's why it scraps and, the cut.
We always thought in class that in all scenarios are winners and losers, right?
Yeah.
So we didn't see this as a fully technology thing moving forward, but as a dynamic that will create tension in society. So therefore, yeah, of course you're going to have people wanting to be the best self, but that will create, of course, a reaction.
And mind you, this was a growth scenario. So, yeah, usually in growth scenarios, or like if you want it, it's mostly positive, but there's positive and there's also equal amounts of negatives. So.
Sure.
Come to me.
I thought it was an interesting thing to say, like, my flaws, my choices thing, because I feel like it would probably be the other way, actually. Like, well, who are you to say, like, what I can or cannot do to my body?
Yeah.
So you can choose to live your imperfect life, and I can just, if I have the money for that, to improve my body or improve my skills or whatever, I feel like that would...
It's like plastic surgery, or taking steroids to build your body, like or like so many other things, right?
But the implication was, when we originally wrote this, the implication was much higher. It goes all the way to employment as well, right? With employers looking at you not biohacking. If this is a scenario that happens, if you're not good enough, if your performance is not good, you saw those metrics. If that doesn't matter if it's so important for dating, imagine how it'll be for employment. All your big companies, small companies, everybody's looking at high performance individuals, and we're already crushing under those weights. So I think that's where a huge implication lies there as well.
And in this scenario, this kind of perfection is endorsed not only by private sector, by the whole society, including public sector, right? So it's also raises the question of until what point I'm actually being free to choose if all the machinery of the site is pushing me towards that, right? So it's actually freedom there. Is it actually freedom or?
And a lot of this is already happening. We saw it in the last performance, in the health and well-being, that they look at your metrics. And I recently went through an interview process where an AI was looking at my expressions on the face and selecting me for the first round of interview. That was ridiculous. Yeah, there's Click Health which does this. They pass you through an AI test where nobody's even looking at your responses except AI. Your expressions, the way you smile, and based on that you even get an interview. That's ridiculous.
Wow. There could be a great bias on that. So that is very unethical.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That theme was a very good, that moral call where do you want to do it or do I want to do it? That was the line where you could see the story separating.
Yeah.
So that was really good. Like, this is not an ethical choice, so I would opt out. That was very thoughtful.
It's not ethical for some, but it's like nobody even thinks of it in like lines of ethics there.
But then the twist of the story is that the guy that is called unethical is the one who gets. So that's kind of the little twist there. With some fun, we try to bring.
It's kind of like the same thing. Oh, sorry. It's kind of like the same thing right now. Like when you try to feel like, well, I know that social media isn't real, and like all these influencers are just like very plastic versions of themselves, but they're still very successful and they're still making millions, while you are like natural and like authentic, but you are definitely not a billionaire. So it's like they're still winning. So.
This seems to like asking that where it's just like the whole idea of plastic surgery itself, the expected results, like working at a clinic where you find people coming in for one reason or another. It's like, I want to enhance so and so about myself, but then we we have the doctors kind of talking you through that as like, is this for you or not? So it's kind of interesting where it was like, Dr. Chan was like, hey, like, this is completely your decision as opposed to the plastic surgery route. But it was just really interesting to seeing it from that like lens, but then the expected result and like that overall healing time or whatever, I don't know, the desirability of you after the fact was just fascinating, but ultimately I made a joke. I was like, nice guys finish last, but then clearly
That's it from us. And thank you for everyone to share the photos, all the boys. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much.
We all love you.
Such an issue. He was like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
She didn't mean the
didn't
rest.
share my